Drives one right field. That is up and gone. A double play. Trey Turner. What a moment. The Phillies strike first in this best of five.
This one game, played 5-game series for a reason.
You can't let up at all against this ball club.
This series juicy in the NLDS.
And after a day off Sunday, we are back at it at Truist Park in Atlanta on a picture-perfect Monday night. The home of the Braves. They are anxious, but they are excited. The 2023 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. It's Game 2 between the Phillies and the Braves. The Phillies lead the series 1-0 after a shutout victory in Game 1 on Saturday night. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson along with Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Matt Weiner in just a moment. Well, the Phillies, just like last season, coming here to Atlanta. They win Game 1, a steal of a victory for the Philadelphia Phillies. So they're up 1-0 in this best-of-5 series. And they've got their ace on the mound, just like last year in Zach Wheeler.
Well, this is the second straight postseason now that Zach Wheeler is showing he is a true ace in every sense of the word. He's got the high-velocity fastball, the sweeper. He can get you out and put you away so many different ways. 6 2/3, only 1 earned run and 8 Ks against the Marlins in Game 1, and he is poised to have another huge start. It's going to be tough to beat. Look at this, BA. 7 postseason starts, a 2.55 ERA with 41 Ks, and I'll tell you what, they're going to have to find a way to get Bryce Harper out too. Yeah. He's been brilliant.
Harper had a home run in Game 1. He has crushed the Atlanta Braves regular season and postseason. All right, for the Braves, this is probably the most pressure this team has felt all year. This was a team with the best record in all of baseball. This was a team who also had a lot of time off before Game 1. Their offense was shut out. Only 5 singles in that 3-0 loss in Game 1. But they also have an ace on the mound. And Max Fried, he's been a big game pitcher in the past. He's dealt with some injuries, but he's ready to go tonight.
Yeah, look, for the Braves, they turned the ball over to one of the guys that pitched the biggest game in franchise history, Game 6 of the World Series. When he's healthy, one of the best in all of baseball, getting weak contact ground balls. Missed 3 months with a forearm strain, and of course now the blister that everybody's talked about. Hasn't pitched for 3 weeks, but when he has been on the mound and healthy, you can see he is a true ace in every sense of the word. Him, Wheeler, what a matchup you have.
Max Fried putting the finishing touches on his warm-ups. And Matt Weiner, it is a very small injury, but it is a big factor for a starting pitcher.
Absolutely, BA. It's not overstating things to suggest that the Braves' hopes this postseason are on Max Fried's fingertip. It's been 18 days since he pitched in a game that counted, after which the Braves placed him on the injured list for the rest of the regular season. Since then, he's received lots of suggestions and employed everything from science-based medical cures to pickle juice. 6 days ago, he threw 67 pitches in one of Atlanta's intra-squad games, and by all accounts emerged no worse for wear. However, he was wearing a bandage for that outing, something he won't be allowed to do today. Instead, he'll have a bonding agent on that fingertip submitted to Major League Baseball and the umpires working the game here today. There's no question about his ability to execute pitches. However, a major concern is whether he can get through this entire game or potentially a Game 5 of this series. First up, though, it's Game 2 from Atlanta. The Phillies trying to put a stranglehold on this series. The Braves in a virtual must-win scenario. Wheeler and Fried on the mound, and the first pitch is on the other side.
TBS is brought to you by Geico, insurance made easy, and by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. What a night for baseball in Atlanta, Georgia. Truist Park is packed. Another sellout expected tonight. And the Phillies ready to go. The Phillies are 3-0 in this postseason. Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Alec Boehm at the top of the order. The flip-flop with Boehm and Harper with the lefty on the mound. Harper with 3 hits already in the postseason, including a homer in Game 1. It's Real Muto, then Castellanos. Bryson Stott, 4 hits and 6 RBIs already in the first 3 games. Christian Pache, the former Brave, Johan Rojas round out the starting 9. That'll match up against Max Fried, and all eyes on the lefty, and specifically all eyes on the left-hander's index finger.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Max is probably ready to get out there, BA, and pitch and not talk about his finger anymore. But as you said, the blister, we'll see as the game goes on. He missed 3 months before that with a forearm. He's thrown 1 start against the Phillies this year, went 4 hits and gave up 1 earned run and 6 Ks. His big pitch is that curveball for Max, giving up 0 home runs and gotten 20 of his 80 Ks on that curveball.
Kyle Schwarber makes his way to the plate. Rob Thompson, he navigated a beautiful game in Game 1. He went with a bullpen game for the most part. 7 pitchers used in Game 1. Deployed that bullpen in the 4th inning after Ranger Suarez was taken out. Got him to the finish line in a shutout. And now the Braves and the Phillies ready for Game 2. Live wire crowd. Fried's first pitch taken for a ball down and in, and away we go. This series will head to Philadelphia after tonight's game. We'll pick it back up after an off day tomorrow, Tuesday. Game 3 of this series at Citizens Bank Park on Wednesday as Fried falls behind 2-0. The left index finger for Max Fried. Pitched in that inter-squad game. The first inning of that game, he went without a Band-Aid. The rest of his pitches, around 70 pitches in that game, had a Band-Aid on. Jeff, you're not allowed to wear a Band-Aid on the mound, so it's a whole concoction to try to get him through this game and this postseason.
Yeah, I would think that's going to be the biggest thing. How long can you continue to go before it rips open at some point?
2-1. Schwarber, a half swing foul.
I told you I had a talk with Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach for the Braves, before the game. And that's what he said. I'm not worried about Max's pitches. Honestly, his arm's fine, his velocity, but he said I'm worried about it ripping open.
Pitching coach keeping a close eye on Max Fried. This crowd is into it early. The Phillies took him out of it early on Saturday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schwarber takes a ball. Close pitch back there. That's Ben May calling the balls and strikes. And this one didn't miss by much.
No, it didn't, but talk about velocity. Amped up 98 on that pitch.
And now the payoff to Schwarber, and a high fly ball into left center. On the run, Rosario, and he's got it just shy of the wall. Had him squeeze in the gap, had to go a long way. Schwarber is out. Set us up with the Braves defensively, Jeff.
Yeah, the last 2 months or so, Travis d'Arnaud has been getting the starts behind the plate with Max Fried, Austin Riley at third, Orlando Arcia, Ozzie Albies, and the Gold Glover Matt Olson at first. And then the outfield with the righty on the mound, Eddie Rosario in left field, Michael Harris back in the 9th spot tonight in center field, and Ronald Acuna Jr. in right.
Well, if you heard the guys on the pregame show, that's been a big story. The fact that the Braves have gone back to what has been their most used lineup as Trey Turner takes a strike. It was a shift in the lineup yesterday for Brian Snitker, and as we go through it in the bottom of the innings, we will chronicle some of those changes. But I think Braves fans are glad to see what looks like a normal lineup back in there. Did he go? He did. Mark Carlson, the first base umpire, raises the thumb on Trey Turner. And it's 0-2. Ooh, close one.
Yeah. Might have held.
Another one right on the edge. Fried showing good command early. Three consecutive curveballs to Trey Turner. The curveball does not give Fried the kind of trouble on the blister than the other pitches. He threw him 4 in a row, and Turner fouls that one away. Now, does it mean if we see a lot of curves that it's bothering him, or is that game plan against Trey Turner?
No, I think with Trey Turner, look, you saw the other day Ranger Suarez. How did he get the Braves lineup to not slug? A lot of curveballs, and I think you're seeing the same thing here from Max Fried early against this powerful Phillies lineup.
Game faces on, adrenaline pumping. And the 1-2, another curve, 5 in a row for Fried against Turner. Fried's already hit 98 with the fastball. Turner, some of the quickest hands in the game. He can get a high velocity fastball. See what Fried has in mind. 2-2 coming. And a swing and a liner into right center, a base hit. Harris over to cut it off. Turner thinking 2, he's on his way. And Turner with a belly flop double. The speed of Turner and the Phillies wreaking havoc on this series already. Turner is in with a hustle double with 1 away in the first.
Let me tell you, B.A., you don't think someone's locked in to see 5 curveballs in a row and then get 97. Look, if that pitch is up, maybe he gets a swing and miss, but being down, Turner did a great job of dropping the head. A pretty good play by Harris, but the speed of Turner gets a double.
Turner, 4 steals already. First ball swinging and a base hit. Alec Boehm into left center field. Turner's going to be sent home. Harris, no throw. Turner is in, and the Phillies strike first once again. RBI single for Alec Boehm on the first pitch he sees, and the speed of Turner resulting in an early run in this game too.
Well, Boehm the other night had a rough night against Spencer Strider, and he came out, wasted no time, got a first pitch. Got jammed a little bit, but enough to drop it over Orlando Arcia's head. And of course, again, with Turner's speed, scores first run.
Aren't many guys who could be in a dead stop like that and score on a batted ball like that. Turner, one of the fastest players in the majors. And his speed delivers run number 1. Now Boehm at first for Bryce Harper. A swing and a miss. A little bit change of motion on that breaking ball. More of the slurve type action on it. Harper shows bunt, pulls the bat back. This is the flip. There's 2 flips in the Phillies order. This is the first one with Boehm and Harper. Harper hit 3rd yesterday. It's very typical for Rob Thompson against the left-handed pitcher. Try to separate those lefties, Harper and Bryson Stott. Stott dropped down into the 7th spot in the batting order tonight. Already the Phillies taking a little starch out of this big crowd. They rev it up a little as Harper with a swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
I thought the interesting thing when you talked about Max Fried was not so much for me the blister. Yes, I was going to play part. How sharp would he be?
Yeah.
It's one thing when you're throwing an inter-squad game, but 18 days since he pitched in a big league ball game.
Been since the 21st of September. 1-2, and Harper a swing and a miss, and Max Fried gets them back on their feet, picks up his first strikeout.
You can see, look at that drop of that curveball, man. He had Bryce Harper way out in front of that pitch. So far, it kind of looks like that's going to be the game plan here to these Phillies hitters.
JT Realmuto now, outstanding all-star catcher of the Phillies. 0 for 2, did have an RBI. He was the man who was delivered the RBI on that controversial catcher's interference. And Sean Murphy did admit later that he heard it. He didn't feel it, but he heard the tick. We could hear it in our replay sequence, and that was a big play in the game that delivered a run.
And I think Brian Snitker said it best asking him about it today. He said, look, I know JT Realmuto. He said it right away, and I got no reason not to believe him.
Sean Murphy sits tonight. Travis d'Arnaud, the usual catcher for Max Fried, is Real Muto out in front. So that curveball has been on point for Fried early.
Well, if you wonder if that blister would hurt on that curveball, he's throwing it.
Yeah.
So.
One and two to Real Muto. Late on it, but a base hit. Shoots one into right field. Bohm will stop at second. Good piece of two-strike hitting right there. JT Real Muto. The third hit of the inning against Fried. That was on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a developing trend early here for the Phillies at the plate.
Well, and you're noticing where have both these fastballs, the one that Turner hit for a double and the one that Real Muto hit, they were down in the zone. If you're 98 up, that's tough to get to that pitch. But when it's down, these guys are so talented, they just drop the bat head on them. All three of the hits have been on the fastball.
Fried starts Castellanos with a curve. Phillies take an early lead here tonight in game 2. Phillies have won the first 3 games of their postseason. They swept the Marlins in the 2-game wild card series. This is the 3rd matchup in the postseason between these two teams. Matter of fact, it was 30 years ago Friday that they first matched up in the NLCS of 1993. Braves were in the West Division back then. And then, of course, last year, Phillies winning in 4 as Castellanos with a mighty swing and a miss. And there's an elevated fastball you're talking about.
Yeah, a little more up in the zone, tougher to get to. Again, when that ball's down, it's a lot easier for the hitter to get beat. You saw JT Real Muto, he got beat, but he's able to just throw the bat head on it and line it to right.
25th pitch of this first inning. And the 2-1, and that ball's lined into left field, a base hit. Bohm off and running. He'll stop at third. And a good throw comes in from Rosario. The 4th hit of the inning. That hit was on a fastball. All 4 hits on the heater. And now the Phillies, with a run in, have the bases loaded.
Well, break for the Atlanta Braves there, and the fact that that ball was hit so hard that Bohm never had a chance to score. It was in Rosario's glove. Castellanos now 9 for 14 against Fried. And it's a big moment right here. When you're facing Zach Wheeler on the other side and it's 1-0, it's one thing. You get to 3-4-0 in that first inning, man, it puts your back against the wall.
First inning mound visit by pitching coach Rick Kranitz. Interesting that with 2 outs, Phillies third base coach Dusty Wathan holds Alec Bohm. Now there are a lot of teams that will challenge Rosario. That is the one guy you would challenge, but maybe sensing a big inning even with 2 outs.
Bohm did not get a great jump. And B, that ball was hit so hard, I'm telling you, it was in Rosario's glove before he could even, Bohm was even at third. You don't want to run into an easy out either.
Here's Bryson Stott, who's already popped a grand slam in this postseason. He's up there with bases loaded, and the first one is low. Stott with 6 RBIs already. See his regular season numbers. More homers with 15. Really changed his mechanics and mindset to get to the high velocity fastball. Been a great player for him this year. He's also one of the best defenders at the second base position in the major leagues, and he was the other end of the play of the game Saturday. The great play by Turner that turned into the double play.
Yeah.
And a very strong arm, and he's had a terrific year at the plate. Fried has to control the left-handed batters in this lineup, and that's saying a lot because that means Schwarber, Harper, and the hottest guy the Phillies have going in Bryson Stott.
Yeah, lefty's only hitting 205 off Max this season, but Stott on the other hand 282 for him against left-handed hitters or pitching.
It's a 3-0 count with the bases full, and Fried does hit the strike zone right on the corner. High stress pitches right out of the gates for Max Fried. This will be pitch number 30. And a worried look from his pitching coach. 3-1. On the ground, Olsen gobbles it up, race to the bag. Frieda's there, and he does get out of it. But the Phillies score. Hustle double by Turner. Alec Boehm drives him in. Phillies on the board. Now the Braves coming up for the first time. Braves with Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olsen, Ozuna, Darno in the middle, Rosario hoping to capture some of that 2021 magic, Arcia, and then Harris. And this is a very familiar lineup in its order against the Phillies ace and Zach Wheeler, Jeff.
Yeah, you see the bottom numbers there, 8 Ks in that wild card game. Another great year for Zach. 3 starts in 23 against the Braves, 2-0 at the 3.32. And again, high velocity fastball, and he's really put a kind of a new slurve in there, take a little more off, but pure dominant stuff.
Always got to watch that first pitch with these leadoff hitters, both Schwarber and Acuna. Acuna with 41 home runs, 73 stolen bases, the greatest season in those categories ever. And on the first pitch, Wheeler challenges him with a fastball on the outer half and gets ahead quickly. Acuna did swing at the first pitch yesterday and grounded out. Lays off a tough pitch in this one. He's on that one and he fouls it away, and it's quickly 0-2. See his numbers against Wheeler. He does have 4 home runs in his career against Zach Wheeler from Dallas, Georgia. Grew up about 25 miles from this ballpark. Made his major league debut against the Atlanta Braves back in 2013. That was in the downtown ballpark back in those days. Got a lot of history here. Got a lot of history against the Braves and in this division. First as a Met, then a Philly. Half swing foul, and the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes.
It's funny talking to him on Saturday. I said, "You got a big pass list?" He said, "Not anymore. I take care of my family. Everybody else, you're on your own."
You're on your own.
Thought, that's a smart man.
And I'm sure they're going to be a good gathering here from East Paulding and Dallas, Georgia. Acuna uses his lone timeout. All the regular season rules carried into the postseason rules. A few changes. Managers do get 1 extra challenge. And of course you add the 2 umpires. A swing and a miss. Wheeler wipes him out. So Zach Wheeler goes with the elevated fastball. Out number 1. And how about the Phillies defensively, Jeff?
Yeah, Gold Glover, JT Realmuto back behind the plate. Alec Boehm at third. Trey Turner Bryson Stott, that huge double play in game one. Bryce Harper over at first. In the outfield with the lefty going Christian Pache. In left field, Johan Rojas in center and Castellanos in right.
Wheeler delivers to Ozzie Albies. That one's in there for a strike. 6 pitches, 6 fastballs to start the night for Zach Wheeler. And that was part of the game plan for the Phillies in game one. Put high velocity on the Braves as much as possible. That's a first breaking ball from Wheeler. And once they cleared Ranger Suarez after 3 2/3, it was nothing but cheese coming out of that Philadelphia bullpen the rest of the way. 6 relievers used on Monday, and Rob Thompson is hoping Zach Wheeler can have a good long start. Not that his relievers aren't rested, but familiarity matters in a series, and you'd like to keep as many guys out as you can out of the bullpen.
Well, he's got a guy on the mound that likes to try to give you 7 every 5 days.
1-2 to Albies, and a swing and a miss. Upstairs again with a fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the night for Zach Wheeler.
Well, that's the pitch we talked about on the open, the high velocity fastball. It looks so good out of Zach Wheeler's hands, and you see it just continue to rise, elevate. And a hitter, I mean, A, you're not going to square that up, but B, most guys can't even foul it off.
Kind of what you were suggesting Max Fried start to do. His fastballs were down in the zone. He gave up 4 hits in the first inning, all on the heater.
Well, Kevin Seitzer, Braves hitting coach, was telling me, I told my guys, you got to see it down and out over the plate, but more than anything, down, because it gives you a chance to make contact.
Austin Riley with 2 outs. He's late on it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley just felt like he was a tick slow yesterday. He couldn't get the bat head out on the velocity coming from the Phillies. You don't know if that's part of the layoff or just the way the Phillies attacked. I mean, they deserve a lot of credit. That bullpen carried a heavy burden in game one. Knew that was going to be the case.
Yeah, 5 1/3, only 4 hits.
Now Philadelphia lined up with Wheeler and Nola, their next 2 games starters. Braves have not announced a game 3 starter just yet. Could be a number of options. H.A. Smith-Shawver would certainly be an option. Bryce Elder could be an option, who's been in the rotation all year. We'll probably get that news depending on how this game goes and find that out tomorrow. 2-2 to Riley. Stays alive.
You all right, dude?
You saw it with Acuna, you saw it with Albies, and now you're seeing it with Riley. That's just, I know on TV you might think, oh, that looked like a good pitch. It's too far up in the zone to really square that up. You've got to get on top of that pitch, and it's tough to commit to it.
2-2. Another one comes, and Riley pulls it foul. Got the breaking ball that time. Very similar scenario as what we saw last year in this DS. Phillies won game 1. Zach Wheeler was on the mound for game 2. Wheeler went 6 innings in that game, gave up 3 earned runs, only 4 hits. They were all singles. Braves won the game and even the series. And a swing at him as Riley chased the high fastball. Zach Wheeler, what a start. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks, all on the #1 power pitcher. A true ace for the Phillies. Off to a great start in Atlanta.
Check it.
Max Fried had to go deep in the bag in that first inning. 30 pitches in the first, the most he's had in a span of 77 starts. Last time he threw that many in the first inning was back in the 2021 season. So Fried back to work and misses with his first offering against the former Brave Christian Pache. Pache, part of a left field platoon for the Phillies. Saw Brandon Marsh get the start yesterday. Pache gets the starts against the left-handed pitchers, and I'm sure he's got a little redemption on his mind as well. He was traded from Atlanta to Oakland as part of that Matt Olson deal, spring training of the 22 season.
I always say no matter what, you're always trying to look to get back at your former team that trades you.
Pache is a great defensive outfielder, and with Pache and Rojas, the Phillies have two gazelles roaming left and center field. There's a wave and a miss, and there's Max Fried with the elevated fastball.
And coming in on the right-handers, kind of just continues to bear in on him. That's the pitch that when he finds that, usually is when he gets in a nice groove.
Does have a K. Here's the 2-2, and Pache fouls it away. Pache's first start did not play in game 1 Saturday. Two balls, two strikes, and he got him. Fried with the curveball, the strikeout, his second K.
So we talk about Max Fried's blister and what it does. So it's right here on this finger right here. Question is, you've seen it tonight, whether it's curveball, fastball, any of that. My big concern, BA, is when he continues to throw it and it continues to hit the seams. You know, at some point, I think that's what Rick Kranitz was saying was his big concern. How long can you do it? If he gets through this start and he has to pitch another game, how does it rest in 4 days and come back? So I think that's kind of more of the concern than pitch by pitch.
Facing Johan Rojas now as he takes a ball. We'll send it down to Matt Weiner. Matt's got more, and you've been on this story all week, Matt. It's such a small injury, but it's something that the Braves are so aware of in all elements of this injury, including humidity, the weather, the days off. It all comes into play here.
Meteorological elements, you might say. And Max Fried pointed it out. He has a history with blister issues, so he's been through this before, and he made a point of saying yesterday that the cool weather and drier weather helps him significantly as opposed to swampy summer here in Atlanta, where obviously he's going to sweat a little more, and that contributes to the blister. He feels like this weather, fall weather, is much better for the blister. We'll see if he can get through it tonight.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Rojas in a 3-1 count, number 9 hitter, and he takes a ball, and Fried lets the number 9 batter get away. And now I got to turn the lineup over and face Kyle Schwarber. It is a must that Fried not only controls the lefties as best he can, but also the bottom of this order as best he can, which includes one of those lefties. But there's danger looming at the top, and here's Kyle Schwarber now. Had a double in his first at-bat yesterday. First pitch of the game, actually. Ripped one into the gap in right center off Spencer Strider.
And you can see that was a one-way lead by Rojas. He got way out there, BA, and went right back when Max lifted his leg up.
Phillies set a franchise record for stolen bases in a postseason game Saturday night. Fried is a very good left-handed pitcher to hold runners. A lot of pickoffs typically throughout his career. He's a Gold Glover, fields his position well, has a good feel. So it might be tough to run on Fried. We'll see how aggressive the Phillies want to be. That'll certainly be part of the story once Fried is out of the game. The 1-1, and Schwarber takes a strike.
So far, all 3 pitches, each time Rojas has got out there, and every time Max has lifted that leg, he's gone back to first. I wonder at some point if he's going to take a guess and try to go.
Coming his way. the new throw-over rule in Major League Baseball. You get 3, but on the 3rd you have to record it out, otherwise it's a balk. Stolen base attempts up, success rate is up all through the regular season. And now Fried deals home. Schwarber in the air to left field. Rosario eases back, makes the catch. Rojas returns to first. Out number 2 for Max Fried. Well, it's not too late to sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook during the postseason. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. You can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up with promo code HEAT. What a night for baseball in Atlanta. It was the same on Saturday. Could not ask for a better evening for baseball.
And the sun's finally on the other side of that building and not hitting us right in the face.
Yes, it is as all of you are most concerned about, a broadcaster challenge in the first couple of innings.
You gotta see, right?
We're free and clear the rest of the way as Turner shows bunt, takes a ball.
We're grinding it out up here too, BA.
Ties on. It's a series that we've all been waiting to watch unfold, the Braves and the Phillies. Rojas, very fast runner. But so far, he's not been able to read Max Fried, and a swing and a miss. That was a changeup that time from Max Fried.
Yeah, one of the first few changeups we've seen. He's been curveball heavy tonight. Behind 2-0, throws a good changeup to get Turner out in front.
In there, 2-2. Phillies stranded, the bases loaded last inning. Runner at first, 2 outs. Turner watches it bounce. Rojas on the run, and he is in there. Phillies very aggressive, so their base running aggressiveness doesn't just show up with stolen bases. The way they run on dirt balls, going first to third, all of those little things.
Well, this is back to spring training right here, and they did it a couple times towards the end of the season. Is practice that dirt ball reads. You have somebody out there, you take a lead. If you see that, especially curveball from Max Fried, hit the dirt, you're off. Especially a guy like Rojas' speed.
3-2. Turner on the ground, gotta hurry. Arcia fires, and it's just in time. Inning is over. Fried has stranded 4. Phillies with traffic on the bases early. Arcia, slick fielding shortstop, takes care of Trey Turner. Now the Braves coming up 1-0 Phillies as we go to the home second. The Hank Aaron Award is awarded annually to the best overall offensive performer in each league. You can cast your vote for the top offensive performer by scanning the QR code or going to MLB.com/Aaron. Ronald Acuna Jr., Bryce Harper, and the man at the plate, Matt Olson, are candidates in this series here as Olson takes a first pitch from Wheeler. Up and in. Matt Olson led the majors in homers and RBIs. He's the first Brave to do that since Hank Aaron back in the 1957 Milwaukee Braves World Series championship year. Hank was MVP that year. Matt Olson is not going to be the MVP.
Not even going to be top two.
Which is hard to believe when you put up a season like that. But Olson, one of the most dominant players in the game on both sides of the ball.
And you can see him being careful here with the slider on that 1-0. Olson's hitting .317 off the fastball this year, BA, with a .625 slug. So this was kind of that big on big matchup.
Wheeler does not fall behind 3-0 very often as he pumps a strike on the inside corner. Regular season numbers for Zach Wheeler, only 3 times did he even get in a 3-0 count. Power and command, and he's right back in there with 2 quick strikes to make it 3-2 on Olson. He also dominated the first batters of innings. Only issued 5 walks all year against the first batter of an inning.
And they hit 183 on him.
Incredible numbers for a guy whose career was in jeopardy with arm injuries earlier in his career. Had Tommy John surgery after the 2014 season. Complications all of 2016. Had just 1 failed rehab start. Biceps tendonitis the next year. Stress reaction in that 2017 season. Missed that year too, most of it. Bouncing ball out to Turner. Bobbles it. And Olson's going to be safe. Trey Turner, who made the defensive play of game 1, boots a routine ground ball from Matt Olson, and the Braves have a runner on.
Trying to figure out here if this ball just kind of, it's a play you see Turner make 99 out of 100 times. It's kind of got off the side of his glove.
Got plenty of time to throw it with Olson running.
He knew it.
So now the Braves with a base runner, Marcell Ozuna, big swing and a miss. Ozuna, 40 homer, 100 RBI season, 905 OPS. Took the collar in game 1, was 0 for 3. Braves set a record for home runs in a season with 307. Ozuna hit that 307th home run. And a swing and a miss. Wheeler with that breaking ball. There's that slurve that you like, Jeff.
And Wheeler does one of the best jobs in baseball reading hitters. If he sees you're going to cheat at all on that fastball, because I know that's what people probably think at home sometimes you're watching this. Why don't you just get ready early and get ready for it? Well, because he'll do that to you right there, and he's able to keep hitters honest.
We asked Rob Thompson about his sweeper, and Rob Thompson snapped at me and said, call it a slurve. It's been a slurve for 100 years.
And I love him for that.
So we're calling it a slurve. And that is a called strike 3. Ozuna is rung up. Well placed fastball from Wheeler. And all of the outs are strikeouts for Zach Wheeler thus far. And all on the fastball.
Well, that's the problem. If you're a hitter, watch how this ball continues to rise. Realmuto does a great job of sticking it, but you just think that's going to keep going out of the zone, and that one stayed at the top, and he got the call.
Brings up Travis d'Arnaud, his first at-bat in this postseason. He's up there hacking. Swing and a miss at the slurve. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm all about, I hate saying
so
sweeper,
even though it says
okay?
sweeper up there in the box, don't mind that tonight.
We can big league it.
It's all about slurve.
Rob Thompson told us we have to call it a slurve.
Slurve is a combination of a slider and a curve.
Yep.
No balls and a strike, and Darno fouls it back into the net. Fastball right down the middle.
Now that's a hard thing. You get one slurve, you're out in front of it, you're late on a heater. Now all of a sudden you're sitting at 0-2 and you're battling for your life.
Wheeler making his 8th start in the postseason, had 2 starts in the World Series last year, and went 6 2/3 against the Marlins in the wild card game 1. Pitched beautifully in that game. He and Aaron Nola really set up the Phillies well for this DS. Nola went 7 shutout innings. Wheeler gave up 1 run in 6 2/3. Nola's going to get the ball on Wednesday. 0-2 to Darno, 1 away. Olson the runner at first, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Another high fastball. 5 strikeouts for Wheeler, all on the cheese. No secrets.
Look at it continue to rise. If you go back, think about it. Austin Riley swung at a ball outside the zone. Travis Darno, a fastball outside the zone. You see every one of them under. And even if, like I said, you make contact, it's a weak fly ball.
Here's Eddie Rosario. 2 outs in the inning. Rosario takes a ball.
Did you notice what he started Eddie Rosario out with? The slider. There's one thing Eddie Rosario does not do, BA, and we saw it back in 21, that he does not come off the fastball.
And that was a high slider by design. Wheeler likes to throw the breaking balls up there, a little bit of an upshoot. That's a swing and a foul. He let it fly on a fastball. We talked to Brian Snitker before the game, so the lineup changed kind of back to the original lineup, but maybe most notable the fact that Michael Harris is hitting 9th. He's been hitting 6th for the last 3 weeks, 6th or 7th. But Brian Snitker said the reason for that, I'm trying to drum up some Eddie Rosario magic from 2021. Eddie Magic. He was the MVP of the NLCS that year. And Wheeler with a big breaking ball. And now 1-2 on Rosario.
Yeah, postseason career 279. Or sorry, in 27 games, hitting 312 with 5 home runs, BA, and 14 RBIs.
1-2 the count. 2-2 now.
That's the thing, it's tough in a game like this versus Wheeler to string a whole bunch of singles. I know that's how they scored their 3 runs last year, but with the Braves slug, I think for them it's get a guy on and you hope he makes a mistake and someone's able to run into one.
A team that led the majors in batting average and homers and extra base hits. Rosario out in front, down he goes. What a start for Zach Wheeler, my goodness. All 6 of his outs are strikeouts. The first 5 on the heater. Elevated fastballs on point. And then he wipes out Rosario on the hook. Inning over. 1-0 Phillies. This postseason, get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Our terrific crew at TBS, led in the truck by Jeff Randolph, the Sponge, and Matt Lipp, Gretchen Caney, and the rest of our excellent crew. We're glad you're with us tonight. Game 2 of this best-of-5 series, Braves and Phillies, as Alec Boehm leads off. Boehm with an RBI single, responsible for the lone run on the board. Came on the first pitch he saw from Fried in the first inning. That was after a hustle double by Trey Turner. Fried needs an efficient inning here. 30-pitch first inning, stranded the bases loaded, gave up 4 hits. Phillies ended up with a runner at second after a walk and a wild pitch last inning. Fried has had some high stress offerings thus far as he misses.
A lot of deep counts for him too, and for him, when you're not stretched out 100, 110 pitches like you have been, you wonder at what point too does he get tired.
2-2. Boehm rolls over one foul. So sometimes it's the subtle things that'll give you an idea what the topic of conversations are. If you notice the pitch to Boehm, the ball upstairs, it was a ball and it missed badly, but Darno gave him a little pump of the glove, like that's where we got to go with it.
Yeah.
See what he does here. 2-2 pitch, big curveball, slow roller. The Gold Glover Fried lobs it over to first for out number 1. He's got 3 of those Gold Gloves, as a matter of fact. Brings up Bryce Harper here with 1 away. Harper, a strikeout victim in the first inning. And he's up there swinging, and a base hit, dumps one into left center. Harper with a single. His 3rd hit of the series already. 2 for 2 on Saturday night, and the Phillies have more traffic on the base paths.
It's not a horrible pitch. I mean, that ball's kind of down on the outside, but Bryce, which we've seen him, I feel like do a lot more in the last couple of years, is the ability to go the other way and not just get pull happy. Was able to get through it.
You showed us his numbers against Atlanta in the postseason. This year, even with the regular season games, Harper has 6 homers and an OPS over 1,000 against Atlanta. Even back in his time with the Nationals, Harper's always been a Braves killer at the plate.
I told you, I know he hit a home run the other day. What's going on?
Second disengagement here. Bryce Harper wanted to make sure. So that's important because you get 3. That is a new rule in the game. Could affect the running game.
But if you go back to game 1 of the wild card series and watch that game, the Phillies, one of their plans was really to wear down Jesus Luzardo. They felt like we don't need him going 7 innings, and you know they've done this a little bit with the pitches they've taken. 7 of 12 batters face 5 pitches at least tonight.
Real Muto patient. 2 balls and no strikes on the Phillies catcher. Had a 2-strike single in the first inning. Shot a fastball into right field. Phillies with 5 hits already. And that ball's hit hard into right center. Real Muto will watch it fly. JT Real Muto, a 2-run blast. 3-0 Phillies. Real Muto's 2nd home run of this postseason.
109 off the bat, 411 feet. I don't care how good a stuff you have. If you fall behind in the counts like we've seen, here's a 2-0 slider, and it's middle, and a good hitter like JT Real Muto just drive. I mean, this is exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch.
Absolute bomb.
Drives it right into the Braves bullpen.
Quick strike for the Phillies. We talk about the Braves as a prolific home run hitting team, and they are, but the Phillies can hit the long ball as well. They've been one of the better home run hitting teams in the last 2 months of the season. Since August 1st, they've hit the most homers in the major leagues. And Harper, a pump of the fist. JT Realmuto strikes again. The second home run of this postseason. And a silencer here at Truist Park for now as Castellanos with a swing and a miss. Well, you can feel the anxiety in this ballpark with the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I think more than anything is knowing who's on the mound on the other side and what they've seen the first 2 innings. 6 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler.
It is a daunting statistic if you go down 2-0 in a series, especially in a 5-game series. Only 3 teams have come back from being down 2-0. There's a lot of game left in this one, but that is a number the Braves are staring at right now.
3-2.
Full count to Castellanos. Had a hard hit single into left center in the first inning. And Fried issues the walk. So 2 hits and a walk after the first out was recorded. And a man is on with 1 away in this 3rd inning. Rick Kranitz on the phone to the bullpen. There is stirring in that Atlanta bullpen. This is worst case scenario for the Braves, counting on Max Fried to come back and deliver.
Well, you're seeing signs of like that 94 painted away where you want it. But again, for him, all the talk's been on the blister that I don't think enough people have paid attention to the fact that he has not thrown in a big league game in 18 days and had that ability to stay sharp. It's one thing to do it in an inter-squad game, but another in this situation.
Michael Tonkin loosening as fast as he can in that Atlanta bullpen. It's going to take him at least 2 batters to get ready. Brian Snitker has a very tough decision in front of him unless Max Fried can find it on the mound. As Stott a swing and a foul. On the flip side, Frenchie, the Phillies are just free and easy right now. They've got a great game plan at the plate. This is nothing new, though. They got off to a bad start this season, but they've been one of the better teams in all of baseball, especially over the last 2 months.
Yeah, if you go look at most of those players the last 2.5 months, really post All-Star, they all had much better second halves than they did first half.
One of the best records in the game since June 3rd. Fried 71 pitches into this one. Top of the 3rd inning. Phillies have 6 hits. 3 runs are in. 2-2 the count to Stott. Fried desperate for a double play ball here. Stott very fast. He's tough to double up. And that's a called strike 3. Down he goes. Hit that bottom corner. Max Fried picks up his 3rd K. And the 2nd out of this 3rd inning.
Well, that's a tough pitch. I mean, the only thing you're going to do with that if he gets that call is foul it off. And good job by Darno framing that right on the corner for the umpire.
2 gone. Here is Pache.
0-1.
Pache struck out in his first at bat. One of the 4 to be traded by the Braves to the A's for Matt Olson.
This makes you wonder when you're watching Max Fried right now. To the 8th place hitter like this, and you throw 2 off speed to start, if that really is hurting a lot more on a fastball or even that cutter in. Seeing a lot of slow curveballs and a lot of changeups.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Those are the pitches that don't affect that finger. There's a fastball. That was at 92 miles an hour. 2-1 to count on Pache. And the 2-1, and it's in the air to right center field. Over is Acuna, and he's got it for the out. Inning is over, but JT Realmuto delivers a big home run early. 2-run blast to make it 3-0 Phillies. You're watching the 2023 National League Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. Baby. Check out our TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Zach Wheeler, 6 strikeouts. All of the outs in the game at this point have been the K. Wheeler facing Orlando Arcia, first pitcher with 6 or more strikeouts and no hits through the first 2 innings in Phillies postseason history. It's actually an MLB postseason history.
Sorry.
Kirk Schillings started the game in '93, 30 years ago in the postseason, striking out 5 in a row. Olsen reached on an error that broke that, but the strikeout streak for the outs is ongoing for Wheeler. Arcia swinging a foul.
2-1.
Also, the Braves, for the first time all year, retired 1-2-3 on 3 strikeouts to start the game. And Brian Snitker, a lot of concern on his face. You wonder if Max Fried is coming back out.
Sorry.
Keep an eye on that Atlanta bullpen. Tonkin was warming last inning. And a lot of breaking stuff from Max Fried in that third.
A lot. 25 pitches in that third, BA. Only 5 fastballs in it. You just wonder.
3-1. Arcia double hit.
Good. Yeah, thanks.
3-2 to count.
And what makes Wheeler so tough is, yes, he's tall, but he gets 7.3 feet of extension on that fastball. It's in the 97th percentile. So not only does he throw hard, not only is it getting on you, but it's got that extra jump on hitters that makes it so tough to square up.
First batter faced Arcia here, and that is right up the pipe. Real Muto finds it, pitches the mask, and makes the catch for out number one. And a moment ago, Matt Weiner with the 35-year-old Phillies pitching coach, Caleb Cotham.
Caleb, a dominant start by Zach so far. How good has that fastball been?
It's as good as I've seen. I mean, it's been good for the last month, but it's special tonight. Four seems really good. I hadn't had to go to a sinker that much.
If all goes well tonight, you have a completely different game plan than game one, which was extraordinary in a lot of ways with Ranger Suarez serving as an opener essentially. How rare and remarkable is it that you have 7 guys execute the way they did in game one?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a credit to them. I mean, it doesn't happen very often. Everyone, even if they scuffle, they made a big pitch to get out of big spots. So it was really impressive. It's just they're fun to watch.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Excellent young pitching coach. Caleb was raised in Braves country. He's a Tennessee native. Played his college ball at Vanderbilt. And he is watching a real ace on the mound in Zach Wheeler. It's been that way for a couple of years now. Matter of fact, Wheeler had a chance to win the Cy Young Award in the 2021 season. Phillies fans would certainly make the argument he should have won the award that year. He's been an innings eater, been a strikeout pitcher, and he's been a big game pitcher, as we found out last season.
Well, I tell you what, Cy Young or not, the players know exactly who the true aces are, and you're seeing it right here. And if you're his pitching coach, it's got to be a great job, right? Keep doing what you're doing, son.
Everybody on that top rail, too. 1-2 the count. Michael Harris with one away, and that one's just off the plate.
Well, they moved Michael Harris back to the 9th spot. It's where he was best all year, and the Braves always felt like he was that extra leadoff hitter in front of Acuna with speed that could get on and do some things.
Bouncing ball, foul. Harris had a great year, and the number 9 position in the Braves batting order this year, with Harris mostly occupying that spot, was a dominant force. Last time he hit 9th, though, was September 19th against the Phillies. So it's been 20 days since he's been in the number 9 spot.
And look, at the end of the day, Max Fried wasn't exactly able to deliver like you were hoping if you're Brian Snitker. Well, on the other hand, you know what, BA? The Braves are going to have to score. I mean, it's what they've done. That's been their MO all year. So if you're in that dugout right now, you're saying we got to start getting on base. We got to start putting some pressure.
2-2 the count on Harris, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Wheeler with that slurve picks up his 7th strikeout. So the first time through the batting order, the Phillies go 0 for 9 with 7 Ks. Only batter that reached was Olsen on the error. And the only out other than a strikeout was the foul pop by Arcia. This is as dominant as you can be. Top of the order now, second time around. Here is Acuna. And a first pitch swing, he pops it up. Settling under it. Stott, and he's got it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. Zach Wheeler locked and loaded here tonight in Atlanta. 3 scoreless innings. Take a look at the upcoming postseason schedule. Game 2, big game tonight. Dodgers down 1-0 to the Diamondbacks. How about Arizona flexing their muscles with 4 home runs? That'll be next here on TBS. Bob Costas, Ron Darling, Lauren Shahadi. Sunday, the AL, I beg your pardon, tomorrow the AL is back at it. O's, Rangers, Astros, Twins. So the American League had today off, and their game 3s are coming up. Orioles will be in Arlington. The Astros will be in Minnesota, and you know those will be raucous crowds. Both of those games on Fox. Max Fried back to work here. Some concern or thought that he might be at the end of the line. We saw Tonkin warming up last inning. But Fried back on the mound to face Rojas. That is a sharply hit foul ball.
Because of Schwarber batting second, and you know, maybe he's going to give Max Fried a chance here to try to get through one more inning before he has to turn over to the bullpen.
Rick Kranitz and Brian Snitker going through the scenarios. 1 and 2 to Johan Rojas. Sawed him off. Lazy little pop up to Ozzie Albies. And there is out number 1. Moment ago, Matt across the diamond to have a chat with Braves manager Brian Snitker.
Snit, was Max physically unable to execute or just didn't have his best stuff tonight?
Yeah, I just think it's a long layoff, quite honestly. You know, he feels good. It's just commands off a little bit. And I think it's just when you miss like 18 days without pitching a competition, I think that's kind of the result of that.
Wheeler's been dominant so far. 7 strikeouts in the first, 9 outs, pounding you guys with fastballs. What adjustment would you like to see to get some runs on the board?
We're going to have to stay aggressive, that's for sure. We can't be passive right there, and just hopefully he gets one over the middle of the plate. We can do something with it.
Thanks, Snit.
Okay, thanks.
A pretty simple approach for Atlanta. They have to hit to get their way back in this game, in this series. As Schwarber takes a ball. Most prolific offense in Major League Baseball this year and maybe all time. And there is a giant donut on the board in a game in 3 innings now against this Phillies pitching staff. Fried fires low.
Well, again, I think if you're Brian Snitker, you look at game 1. Spencer Strider did everything you could have wanted him to do. And the Braves weren't able to get anything off Suarez, and that bullpen for the Phillies, again, with that off day, they were able to really rely heavy on them.
Ball 4.
And that's ball 4. Kyle Schwarber draws the walk.
And I think Brian Snitker said it best with Max Fried. I think you've seen that. You know, he threw a great pitch to Rojas and now just, you know, 4 pitches to Schwarber that, you know, weren't anywhere near the plate. And we're seeing Tonkin get hot again.
Michael Tonkin back up and throwing. Won't take him long to get ready now. Turner on the ground. Tough play here. Arcia. Jump throw to second is in time. Nicely done. Arcia is a smooth operator at the shortstop position. Turner will reach on a fielder's choice. Schwarber put out 6-4 and the second out of the inning.
That is one where, Arcia, you are glad that Schwarber was on first, because you never would have got Trey Turner at first, but did a good job in getting that lead runner in Schwarber.
Notice how Albies took that throw as well, like a first baseman. It's not an easy throw, and you lose eye contact with the bag. Fried with 2 outs here in the 4th. Alec Bohm, an RBI single in the 1st inning. Real Muto hit the 2-run homer last inning. Those are the 3 runs for the Phillies. Trey Turner certainly a threat to run. Whether he does so against Max Fried is another story. Has not been caught stealing all season. 30 for 30 in the regular season, 4 for 4 in the postseason. Stole second and third in a sequence in game 1.
Well, we've seen a lot of his stolen bases too at certain times come with 2 strikes where he gets a good jump. Again, it different with possibly the lefty and Fried's move on the mound.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 men are out. And Bohm takes ball 2.
2-1.
Bohm was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in game 1. And was not wasting any time in his first at bat, jumping on the first pitch. Free deals. Bohm takes ball 3. Bryce Harper due next. Fried hoping to have Harper lead off the 5th. This crowd has been silenced. 3-1. Bohm takes a strike. Full count.
Change up at the top of the zone, but it's so hard to pitch from behind. So far tonight, 8 2-0 counts for Max Fried. 8 2-0 counts.
That was right on the edge as well. Now they're up. Trying to help their co-ace, Max Fried, the 3-2. And he lost him. Bohm walks with Harper coming up. First and second for the Phillies. And another trip to the mound. Rick Kranitz, the Braves pitching coach, is on his way once again.
I think he's going out there, I would imagine, BA, to give his pitcher just a little bit of break right here, but also probably this is going to be his last hitter. With the righty Real Muto on deck, this is that lefty-lefty matchup. And again, another important part of this game because of what Zach Wheeler's doing on the other side.
Wheeler, 3 scoreless, hitless innings. Only base runner of Matt Olson. Ground ball that was an error by Turner. Well, Bryce Harper stepped up in a big spot game 1. Crowd was rocking, got a slider from Spencer Strider, and he did not miss. His 8th career home run in a division series game. That is one off a division series record. 2 on, 2 outs. Fried against Harper. And he goes.
We told you 5 postseason games against the Braves coming into tonight for Bryce Harper. An 1841 OPS. 3 doubles, 3 homers. And then the 1 single tonight.
The 0-1. Harper takes a ball. Harper's command of the strike zone is impeccable, and it's really, we showed you the home run he hit off Strider, but in an at-bat prior to that, he took a slider down in game 1. I think Strider, who gets a swing and a miss, probably 95% of those pitches, Harper didn't swing and miss. Next time up, he ended up walking in that at-bat. Next time up, a slider slightly elevated. Harper knocked it out.
He's the only one that laid off Strider's slider all night.
Fried's got him 1-2. Struck him out his first time up with a breaking ball. And the inside move just to see if Turner was on the move. As Frenchie mentioned, the Phillies do like to run with 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 outs. 3-0 Phillies in the 4th. And Harper on the ground, little rollover ground ball to Albies, and Max Fried is out of the inning. Strands 2. Phillies have stranded 10 already. They lead at 3-0. Braves coming up. Zach Wheeler wheeling and dealing here tonight. Phillies lead it 3-0 as Wheeler goes back to work in the 4th inning. Ozzie Albies will lead off for Atlanta. Phillies with 3 runs in. They've stranded 7. Said there'd be no math tonight. I couldn't read my own handwriting.
It's all right.
They have not stranded 10 yet. Apologies for that. And now Albies turns on one, pulls it foul. Wheeler has faced 10 batters thus far, 7 strikeouts. Olson reached on an E6 by Turner. It's been the only base runner. But 3 dominant innings to start this game. And his offense has given him a lead as Wheeler misses.
2-1.
Looks like it's the end for Max Fried. Kirby Yates started throwing immediately after that inning ended, after the ground ball by Harper. So he's taken his time to get loose, and the game face no longer for Max Fried as Albies a cut and a miss, and it's 2-2 now.
Say that again? No.
And that's the thing, watching some of these Braves hitters right now, BA, I'm seeing some big swings, some long swings. And you're facing a guy like Wheeler, you have to try to be as short and quick, and right now they need base runners.
Wheeler struck out 8 against Miami in game 1 of the wild card series. Started to use that slurve a lot more in that game. Only surrendered the 5 hits. His last start against Atlanta, though, was not a good one. He's had good numbers this year in 3 starts, but 2 dominant starts. But then he gave up 6 earned runs in 5 innings in mid-September against Atlanta. A 5-run 5th inning in that game. He's got a full count. Ozzie Albies, strikeout victim his first time up. Remember that note, Wheeler only walked 5 leadoff batters in innings all year. 3-2 is in there for a called strike 3. Landed the plane, big curveball, and Albies is retired. 8 strikeouts now for Zach Wheeler.
I mean, that's almost not fair when you're a hitter and you're thinking 97, 98, and a little 82 backdoor slurve. There's not much you can do about that.
Well, think about the pairing of the pitches too. The high fastball that has garnered him so many strikeouts already. Then he drops that curve in there on the first pitch. Riley and Stott will put him away. 2 up and 2 down for Zach Wheeler in this 4th inning. Quick at bat for Riley. He's 0 for 2. And Wheeler with 2 quick outs in this 4th will face Olson now. Fell behind Olson 3-0 in the 2nd inning to lead off. Came all the way back. Got a little ground ball to short. Routine ground ball that Turner mishandled. That has been the only blemish of the game for the Phillies on this side of the ball. 0-1. Olson takes a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. A matchup of Atlanta area natives here. Zach Wheeler and Matt Olson. And that's a ground ball to third. Nice easy hop for Bohm. 1, 2, 3 inning. Zach Wheeler dialed in right now in game 2. 4 scoreless on the board with 8 strikeouts. The 2023 postseason on TBS is brought to you by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up with the promo code HEAT. Brian Anderson, Jeff Francoeur, Matt Weiner. Game 2 of this National League Division Series. The fight in Phil's up 3-0. Real Muto with a 2-run home run in the third off Max Fried. Fried is out. Kirby Yates is on and making his postseason debut here tonight.
You see Kirby Yates, the fastball, and of course a great splitter. 37 walks on the year, though, has been his Achilles heel.
Waited a long time to get to a playoff appearance at age 36. Coming off a rough month of September, an ERA over 6 in the month of September. That was on the heels of a brilliant month of August. He is in an important role right now to try to bridge the gap and keep the Braves in this game until their offense can wake up.
Yeah, we saw Kirby before game 1 walk past the two of us in the locker room, and he was talking to us how nervous he was. And you forget, I mean, he's 36, he's been around a long time, but yeah, first postseason action.
1-2 the count on JT Real Muto. Real Muto is 2 for 2 tonight. 2-strike single off Fried in the first inning. Just served one into right field, and then he launched one out in the third. Opposite field, booming home run to right center. And a big swing at him is Yates with a strikeout to start his postseason career. One away in the 5th.
Well, that'll calm a few nerves. Just beats him to the spot. That's a tough thing when you're facing Kirby. When he does get ahead in the count because of that split, you'll see him be able to sneak some fastballs by hitters.
That brings up Nick Castellanos. Castellanos has reached twice in this game. A single, sharply hit single in the first, and he walked against Fried his last time up. Fried finishes with 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 4 in this game, had 2 strikeouts, didn't look himself. But as Brian Snitker mentioned in his interview with Matt Weiner, those 18 days between starts, in his words, had more to do with his effectiveness than the blister problem. The blister is what shut him down.
Well, 9-2-0 counts tonight. And when you're facing any team, that's going to be tough. But when you're facing a team with a great offense, you're just on the wrong side of a lot of those counts. And JT Real Muto was the one guy that really made him pay with that 2-run homer.
2-1 to Castellanos, and 2-2 now as Yates with the fastball. Yates has a nasty splitter, which then makes his 95-mile-an-hour fastball look even quicker.
He's got more strikeouts on that fastball. Exactly what you said. Guys are so aware of that pitch that you end up beating him to the spot with that 94, 95.
See what he gives him here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a broken bat, little flare. Acuna got a late break, and that'll fall. Acuna plays deep anyway. Nick Castellanos with his 2nd hit of the game. His 3rd time on base. And a base runner for the Phillies in this 5th inning.
Yeah, pretty good pitch. Fastball. Ran in on him a little bit. You can see he broke that bat. Great camera work. But sometimes bats die heroes.
Yes, they do. You'll take them.
I'm
happy to go back.
I'd take every single one of them. You can order new wood any day of the week.
Here's Bryson Stott with 1 away. Stott has found a new gear. He's only 25. Used to be vulnerable to the fastball, Frenchie. Hit 290 against the fastball this year. Hit 178 against the fastball last season, and he gives a lot of credit to hitting coach Kevin Long. Not only changed his mechanics, quicker to the bat, but also a mindset. There's Kevin. Kevin's had a great run.
Yes, he has.
As a hitting coach, one of the more respected hitting coaches in the game. The Yankees and the Mets, the Nats, now with the Phillies. Castellanos takes off from the knees and into center field. Castellanos steals second, will go to third on an error. That was truly a sneak attack. Castellanos not the guy you're expecting to run necessarily. And d'Arnaud throws one into the outfield. And another stolen base here for the Phillies in this series. They're 6th.
Well, that one, Arcia never had a chance, just let go. And Brian Snitker told us today, I don't blame him. I'd steal too if not quick to the plate, not given the opportunities. You see now they're going to bring the infield in with the 1-2 count, 1 out.
Stott, chance to drive in a run here. In the air, center field. Harris lines it up. He's got it. Castellanos coming home. And the throw to the plate, not in time. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Bryson Stott. The Phillies up 4-0. 7th RBI of the postseason for Stott.
Well, and think about a couple of the runs they've got now in these 2 games. 0-2 with 2 outs. Strider throws the ball into the dugout. Harper gets to second, scores on Stott's hit. And now here it is, a stolen base by Castellanos, who you don't really figure is going to go. Only 11 stolen bases on the year. And you throw it and you get to third, and then with 2 strikes, give Stott a lot of credit now.
Christian Pache takes strike 1 from Yates. Inning started with a strikeout. Castellanos with the broken bat single. And the Phillies just keep putting the pressure on the Braves with the running game. The first run of this division series set up by a stolen base with Stott on Saturday. A 2-strike RBI single that put the Phillies on the board first.
That was a 2-strike hit off Strider that he hit, and there you go, 2 strikes again, is able to put the ball in play instead of the strikeout.
What a postseason Stott is having. 2-1 the count, swinging a foul out of play.
Look, there were times last year he was not getting starts against lefties, and it was kind of that platoon thing. And all of a sudden, when you start coming in, BA, and you're playing against those lefties, your confidence grows. And now again this year, Stott, 282 against lefties, 280 against righties. So has turned himself into that everyday guy.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pache takes a ball. Checking the iPad. Stott going through his AB. He's got a lot to call on if he's ever in a slump. He's had some great at-bats in this postseason. Bryson just turned 26 on Friday. His age 25 season. Pache draws the walk.
Again, I call those the dig me session.
Yeah, those are the good ones that get you feeling right for sure. Time for greatness on the field, presented by Geico. And the Phillies running game. 5 stolen bases in game 1. And a key stolen base here tonight once Fried was out of the game. Rojas a swing and a miss.
And that's the thing, you get to the postseason though, BA, and pitchers aren't used to, getting to the plate quicker, doing that, and so it's tough. You see Yates has kind of got that high leg kick. And what did Rob Thompson tell us before game 1? It's not always just a stolen base, it's the thought of it in the pitcher's head. Now you're trying to be quick. You saw that. You get quick to the plate, and you know what? As a hitter, you might get a ball that is a mistake.
Boy, just think about the way the Phillies are playing the game right now. The 2-game sweep of the Marlins. All facets of the game are clicking right now for Philadelphia. Made a great run to the World Series last year. They were the last team in, the 6th seed in the postseason a year ago. And then rode that all the way to the World Series. Took out the Braves in the DS. Took out the Padres in the NLCS, and then eventually lost to the Astros in the World Series. And then a slow start this year, very similar to last year under Joe Girardi. But they have really turned the corner, and it's been a totally different team the last 3 months especially. Runner goes. Rojas takes. Throw to second. And overslid the bag, and he's back in there. Pache went by the bag. If Ozzie Albies goes right to the tag, he's probably got it out. It'll be another stolen base. The second of the inning.
He didn't even touch the bag when he went by. Did you notice that?
Just went right on by it.
Watch this. The mitt never even touched second base.
Albies went to the ground. That's where you're thinking there's going to be a hand. Nifty slide right there by Pache. Now Rojas a chance. And he takes a ball. 2-2 the count.
He couldn't regain his balance to get back, and he beat the hand in there. Interesting pitch selection there on the 1-2. You saw a split right here. You got 2 fastball swings up. You'd think he'd go back up top.
And he does. And it's a strikeout to end the inning. But the Phillies put the pressure on with some small ball. Castellanos stolen base, driven in by Stott. And it's 4-0 Phillies.
Nothing Phillies as we reach the bottom of the 5th here at Truist Park, with Zach Wheeler facing 1 over the minimum so far. Back in his home turf, he went to high school at East Paulding in Dallas, Georgia, a little more than 20 miles from here. That's where his number was retired and where he was the Georgia High School Player of the Year as a senior. Today I spoke to his high school coach, Tony Boyd, and he told me that everything we've heard about Wheeler's unflappable, stoic demeanor was absolutely true when he was a teenager. Coach Boyd said Zach was quiet and focused, a kid with a plan to do exactly what he's doing today. He looks to him as comfortable now as when he was a senior in high school. Coach also added that while he's normally a Braves fan, not when Zach's on the mound against him.
What a story it is for him. And to make his major league debut in Atlanta 10 years ago in 2013, and by my account, maybe the most notable Gatorade Player of the Year in Georgia high school baseball history. the guy in 2002, that was the forgettable one. Nobody remembers. That would be Jeff Francoeur. Marcell Ozuna, fly ball into center field, routine for Rojas, and he makes a play.
The number that blew me away on the bottom was 76 innings pitched and 149 strikes.
Right.
Basically striking out 2 out of every 3 batters.
Yep. Dominant. He's 33 now. He still lives in Dallas.
He told me he just bought a big old farm.
Big farm. He's got a lot of acreage.
Yes.
Wheeler in year 4 of a 5-year deal. And that was a significant contract at the time. Another first pitch swing. Darno into center field. And Rojas is there for the out. 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th as Joe Jimenez loosening in the Atlanta bullpen. He'll have the 6th inning. Brian Snitker's Braves with over 100 wins this year to lead all of baseball, being held scoreless through the first 13 2/3 postseason innings at this point. The previous record for a 100-win team to go scoreless to start a postseason, the 1986 Mets. That was 12. Credit to this Philadelphia pitching staff. They have been dominant. Rosario with 2 away.
I mean, that's the thing for Wheeler tonight. Really, it's been just no stress either.
He's only pitched from the stretch those 3 occasions. That was after that lead error. But he struck out the next 3 batters in that scenario. But everything else, he's been in the windup.
We talk about it. That's what aces do, right? When your guys makes a mistake like that, you pick them up, and he did. 3 straight punch outs after that Trey Turner error in the top, bottom of the 2nd.
2-1 to Rosario, and a swing and a bouncing ball. Stott circles it and makes the play. And how about Zach Wheeler? 5 innings, no hits, no runs against one of the most prolific offenses in Major League history. 4-0 Phillies after 5. Okay, Ernie, thank you. And here we go to the 6th, and the Phillies with a 4-0 lead. Braves into their bullpen. Second reliever of the game, Joe Jimenez.
Yeah, his first career postseason appearance. Has not walked many people, but Kyle Schwarber 1 for 3 with a homer in his career against Jimenez. Fastball slider.
Top of this Philadelphia batting order, Schwarber with a walk in the 4th inning. Max Fried started, went 4 innings, 3 runs, all earned. And the Phillies had a lot of traffic on the base pads in all of those innings. Fried did not have a clean inning. Matter of fact, Braves pitching has not had a clean inning tonight. So far, the Phillies have stranded 8, 4 runs on 7 hits in the game. 5 walks they have drawn. Story right now is Zach Wheeler, though. 5 brilliant innings in his second start of this postseason. Two and 1 to Schwarber, swinging a foul. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, Fried left the bases loaded in the first. And that 4th inning got Harper with first and second, just traffic all over the base pass all night.
Two and Schwarber breaks his bat, and a base hit down the right field line. Schwarber thinking about 2, and he'll hold up. Acuna came up with it cleanly. Schwarber with a leadoff single. That's his second hit of this series. First hit of the night.
Got this fastball in on him and broke his bat, but Schwarber, look at that, so strong. Look at that upper body strength. Just kind of muscles it over Olson's head. And probably made a good decision to stop at first on that. Acuna looked ready to unleash that ball to second.
I mean, his head was telling him go, and we've been running. I think his hamstrings were saying no, sir. We appreciate Kyle Schwarber joining us on our pregame show today. He joined Ernie and the gang. A little Q&A as he was shagging balls in the outfield during BP, but he quickly pointed out he is by no means doing any shagging.
Yeah, one of the guys, I don't know who it was, talking about power shagging. He said, well, it's more of just sitting around now that I'm a DH.
Just standing. He's got his DH shoes on and avoiding every fly ball. Of course, he had to play a lot of left field to start the year. He's glad to be in that DH role again. 0-2 swung on and missed. Trey Turner strikes out for the first out of this 6th inning. And 1 away for Alec Bohm. Hey, wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. You can check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, and tees. Root for your favorite team on MLBshop.com. 4-0 Philadelphia. Bohm got it started. First inning RBI single that scored Turner. JT Realmuto with a 2-run home run in the 3rd. And an unearned run scores off Kirby Yates in the 5th on a sac fly by Bryson Stott. Realmuto with 2 hits in this game and his second homer of the postseason.
Yeah, scored that fastball against David Robertson in game up in Citizens Bank Park.
2-0 to Bohm.
And that's a hard thing for the Braves offense right now. You face Wheeler, okay, the first 3 innings. He actually got his pitch count to close to 50 pitches, but you're striking out. Now you start putting the ball in play early, but he's getting easy outs. Back in the 4-2 ground outs, and then 2 easy fly balls and a ground out in the 5th.
Yeah, a lot of first pitch swings, first pitch results.
That's the hard thing. Yep. You know, if you try to work the count, you're looking at strikeout stuff, but he's also got good enough stuff that he can get early outs.
Two and 2 the count on Alec Bohm. Single and a walk tonight, hitting in the number 3 spot in the batting order. He and Harper flip-flop from Saturday. Bohm takes a ball. Jimenez In a 3-2 count, Jimenez throws hard.
Interesting here if they try to send Schwarber with a 3-2.
Braves would love to get one on the ground to turn a double play. Bohm takes a ball. So a single and a walk in this inning, and the Phillies keep the pressure on. 2 on with 1 away.
We need a clutch hit. Derek Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Philadelphia with their best man coming up, Bryce Harper. First and second. Harper with a single and a run scored earlier in this game. Nobody sees more pitches out of the strike zone than Bryce Harper, led in that category this year. But he also knows when to pull the trigger. Homered game 1. Had some dramatic moments in the postseason a year ago.
Had a huge postseason last year.
Maybe the signature moment. And the LCS won the MVP of the NLCS. He had 8 hits against the Braves in the 4-game division series last season, including a couple of home runs.
Inside. 2-1.
And you can see Jimenez right now is sticking with that fastball, not mixing in that slider really. Harper 1 for 5 also in his career, with that being a home run off Jimenez.
2 on, 1 out. 4-0 Phillies, threatening for more, and a big swing by Harper. There was a slider. Game-changing kind of moment if the Braves have any desires of coming back. Braves got to hold the Phillies here as Harper leans down on one, pops it up, foul grounds, and Riley will make the catch. What a play by Austin Riley. That is such a tough catch. Long way to go, over the shoulder, and a big out to get Harper for out number 2.
Yeah, this is where if you're Riley, you know you're the only guy that can get this. Rosario's too far, and to do it with the tarp right there too. Wow. Look at that. Seeing where the tarp's at, kind of knowing, and the ball's coming back, tailing. Great play by Austin Riley.
Coming down that netting as well. Significant out here for Jimenez. So now 2 gone with Real Muto at the plate. Schwarber and Bohm on the bags, and a swing and a line drive down the left field line, hooking foul. Just got out ahead of it. Take you back to his homer in the 3rd inning. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
He gets a 2-0 slider, middle, and that's what you want. You stay through it the way he did. 109 off the bat. You see it 4-11 into the Braves bullpen, and again, one of 9 2-0 counts that Max Fried got in, and JT Real Muto made him pay.
4 ribbies in the postseason now for Real Muto.
Here you go.
Unable to check it. Real Muto's upset. That's the crew chief over there, Mark Carlson. And it's 0-2 now. First and second, 2 outs. Jimenez deals, jammed in, pop up, foul territory. Olsen settles under it, and the inning is over. Jimenez puts up a 0. Braves are coming up. Braves fans trying to help their club. Wheeler back on the mound, leading 4-0. The 2023 postseason on TBS is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance. Looking down at Truist Park, the Atlanta Braves, 14 consecutive scoreless innings, the longest streak of the season. Shut out 3-0 in game one. Zach Wheeler, 5 no-hit, no-run innings in game 2 of this NLDS as Arcia fouls it away. 8-9-1 coming up. Arcia, Harris, and then Ronald Acuna will bat for the 3rd time. Total domination by Phillies pitchers in the first 2 games of this series, and really all postseason long. Ground ball, nice big hop for Bohm. He'll wind it up, and Arcia is retired. 1 away in the 6th. Zach Wheeler's pitch count at 73. He's always had great success against Atlanta. This is his 28th career start against the Braves. A career ERA of 3.18.
Man, you see that.
On command.
Yeah, he's pounding the zone right now.
Michael Harris is second. Bouncing ball right to Turner. And Turner makes the play. First pitch swinging. Harris is retired. 2 men are out in this 6th inning. Two up, 2 down on 2 ground balls. Routine. Top of the order now. Here is Acuna. Acuna loves that first pitch. With the Braves swinging early, might force him to take one, and he does, and he takes a strike.
Even when he gets ahead like that, that's not a pitch you can do much with anyways, down at the bottom part and end.
He is painted against Acuna, especially. The likely MVP of the league. Acuna is now 0 for 5. Did draw a walk in game 1, his only trip on base. So those 73 stolen bases in the regular season. The running game really hasn't been a part of the Braves offense thus far, and he chased one that time. High fastball, and it's 1-2.
When you got a pitcher doing this out here, you start to kind of get uncomfortable to play. You start trying to do things you're not used to doing, and this is a perfect example. Just going after a pitch that you can't do much with.
The 1-2. Acuna lays off. See how high he would go. Wheeler looks in complete command. Even his misses look like they are where he wants them to be. Ready for a 2-2 now. 3-2 the count. That certainly wasn't where he wanted it. Albies due next. Only base runner for the Braves tonight, an E6. Off the bat of Matt Olson. The payoff. And he lost him, ball 4. So Acuna draws the walk, and a little bit of life for Atlanta. First walk issued by Wheeler comes with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Hey, a reminder, you can get into the game with Max in the Bleacher Report Sports add-on. It's on us for a limited time. After the promo period, it'll be $9.99 to a Max base plan. Ozzie Albies, first ball swinging. That is going to fall for a base hit. Acuna on his way to 3rd. The first hit of the game for Atlanta. And now the throw gets away, and here comes Acuna. And a run is in. The Braves finally score a gift from the Phillies defensively. It's 4-1.
Yeah, kind of one of the few times we've seen a lack of something, just kind of concentration happen here as Ozzie Albies turns on this pitch to finally get the first hit for the Atlanta Braves. Right down the line, and you can see Ronald Acuna obviously running hard.
Turner just booted it.
I'm wondering,
it's going to be his second error.
If that ball hit the lip of the grass. I think it hit the lip of the grass, though, B.A. Usually that ball hits the dirt and kind of jumps up. And that ball hit the grass and stayed down, and he wasn't able to make the play.
And Acuna was heads up. He was watching the whole scene, and he's able to score as Trey Turner commits his second error. The Braves have their first hit and their first run of the game. 2-out walk. Acuna, he was going first to third anyway, and then he scores on the E6. Now the Braves right where they want to be in their lineup. Austin Riley, 2 outs. Riley gets jammed, fouls it away. Phillies have their big power lefty, Jose Alvarado, in the bullpen.
Yeah, and Austin Riley just did Zach Wheeler a favor and swung at a ball that was about 12 inches in to try to turn on it.
Wheeler deals it 0-1. Riley fouls it away, was late again, and it's 0-2. Big spot in the game, 4-1. The 0-2, and Riley takes a ball. Good pitch, didn't miss by much. Riley with an excellent take.
That's a tough one to lay off. That was a good slurve by Zach Wheeler.
Riley's had some big moments in the postseason. Had a walk-off. The 21 LCS. And that is a called strike 3. Wheeler burns off the edge. A generous call. And the inning is over. Riley can't believe it. Zach Wheeler gives up a run and a hit. It's an unearned run, but he'll exit after 6 with a 4-1 Phillies lead. This is TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Phillies, Braves. Phillies jump out to a 4-0 lead. Braves finally score, get an unearned run on the second error of the game by Trey Turner. And it's going to be Pierce Johnson, who appeared in Game 1 Saturday, back on the mound here in this division series, facing Nick Castellanos to start it. 2/3 of an inning for Johnson in Game 1. Johnson came in for A.J. Minter in Game 1, picked up a strikeout, had a walk. That was part of the catcher's interference play. That's a line shot to center. Look at Harris run it down. Go fetch it, young man. What a jump he got. Ran right to the spot. Castellanos hit it sharply, but out number 1 here in the 7th.
Yeah, great jump. You can see he shaded to right field a little bit. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Hustle back. He didn't time this ball at all, which made it an easy play for Michael Harris.
Feels like he's going to be one of the great center fielders for a long time in this game. The reigning rookie of the year in the National League. Bryson Stott with one away.
Well, that's the thing for the Atlanta Braves right now. You have some momentum. You were able to finally punch one across. You got to have a lockdown inning here from Pierce Johnson.
Stott with another RBI tonight. Gives him 7 RBIs for the postseason. Had a sacrifice fly in the 5th. All set up by a Castellanos stolen base. A throwing error by d'Arnaud. That put a runner at third, less than 2 outs, and Stott delivered with 2 strikes.
You know, it's amazing you watch Stott now compared to last year. And you can tell yourself, I got to have confidence, BA, all you want. But when you put up numbers like him, you gain that confidence. And you can tell just in the box, even 0-2, 1-2, he's very confident in his approach and his ability.
A comfortable relationship, too, with the Phillies star Bryce Harper. They're both from Las Vegas. And Stott, Harper's younger brother, played together. That's a family relationship that goes way back to their younger days, and kind of a big brother, little brother relationship. And Stott has flourished here. Phillies don't grade out defensively well, but their infield defense is good, and Stott is the best. And now he's hitting. 3-2 the count, 1 away. And that ball's lined back up the middle, a base hit. Took a curveball and slapped it back up the middle, and Bryson Stott with his first hit of the night.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting here, 3-2, and that's kind of one of those things, you know, for the most part, curveball's coming, and look at him. He doesn't try to do too much, and he stays right up the middle with it, exactly how you teach it. Stays hot.
Gives Rob Thompson a chance to go to his bench here. Brandon Marsh will pinch hit for Christian Pache. Marsh started Game 1 Saturday, was 0 for 3, did have a walk and a stolen base though. And he shows bunt, takes a strike.
He's chewing that gum hard, isn't he, Rob Thompson over there?
Grinding it. Today's been a lot easier on him as far as his pitching decisions.
You okay? Oh, that's him. All right. I'll wait for you.
We talked to him before the game about the run. He said, I was going to do that the whole time. I was going to make a bullpen day out of it. Ranger Suarez was going to pitch until Marcell Ozuna came up for the second time. And that's exactly when he took him out. And he was pleasantly surprised that that happened with 2 outs in the 4th inning. He said he had to do a little extra maintenance with Ranger Suarez after the game, more than normal.
He showed you, a little disappointed.
0-2 the count to Marsh. Stott the runner at first. Marsh takes a ball. Braves have A.J. Minter in case Johnson runs into any more trouble. And over in the other bullpen, down the left field line, Jeff Hoffman He is preparing. Saw Alvarado up and throwing last inning. So for now, Rob Thompson is going to stop him down in case he needs him later. But it does look like Wheeler is done.
Well, and as good as Wheeler was pitching last inning, you know, last year in the NLDS game too, that's kind of where it fell apart for him in the 6th inning. And Alvarado's his shutdown guy. So if Olson became the tying run, I think that's the exact matchup you would have seen, Alvarado versus Olson. But now with a 4-1 lead, go to a different guy.
Push him back. Although, as we've seen all year, the Braves can get cooking quickly. Marsh strikes out. Big curveball from Johnson. 2nd out of the inning, the first K for Johnson. You can customize your feed, get personalized stats and highlights, and enjoy free live streams, all in the MLB app. Your home for postseason baseball. Download the MLB app today. 2 gone. Phillies have a runner at first. Johan Rojas at the plate. First ball swinging, fly ball to Acuna. Routine for him, and Johnson puts up a 0. Braves get an unearned run in the 6th. They try to score and creep back in this one as we go to the 7th. Stretch time in game 2. 4-1 Philadelphia. You're watching the 2023 National League Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. Monday night, Truist Park, home of the Braves. And it is a 4-1 Philadelphia lead as we take a look at our game summary. Run in the first, 2-run homer Real Muto in the 3rd. Added a run, an unearned run in the 5th. Braves got an unearned run in the 6th inning. And Zach Wheeler has been the story. As we welcome you back in, Brian Anderson with Jeff Francoeur, and we thought maybe Jeff Hoffman was coming in, but so far Zach Wheeler's going back out. It's been his show.
Well, look, he's been the story of the night. He's been the ace. He's done everything for this team, strikeouts, early outs. And so when you really look at what he's been able to do, he set the tone early. He took down 1, 2, 3. 3 straight strikeouts right here, blew it by Austin Riley, a ball up, and he just continued to go into the second inning. Got Ozuna, got d'Arnaud, and then finished it off with Eddie Rosario on a breaking ball, and really has been in control all night of the strike zone. And if you're the Braves right now, you were able to scoot through and get 1 run back. You got 9 outs left to try to come back. Look, the Braves were built on offense this year. For them to get back in it, they're going to have to score. And on the other side right now, if you're Rob Thompson and Philly, you're 9 outs away from going back home up 2-0, where we all know about Red October. 8-2 last year in the postseason at Citizens Bank Park. Should be a good finish.
One of the loudest, most raucous environments in all of sports. So Olsen will lead off. Marsh, after pinch hitting, will stay in to play left. Very accomplished outfielder in his own right. And here we go. Wheeler returns. 9 Ks. He got Riley to finish off the 6th inning. I would imagine the leash would be short. Jeff Hoffman getting fully loose in the bullpen while the Phillies were at bat, just in case. But it's Wheeler's game for now. And Olsen rings one to center field. A bullet to start the inning. 2nd hit of the game for Atlanta. Caleb Cotham, the pitching coach, talking it over with his manager.
Well, you remember, BA, today I asked Rob Thompson, what's 1 or 2 things that you really look at when you start to feel that Wheeler's coming to the end? And he said velocity drops a little bit, and just overall at bats. Seeing guys, and you could tell Matt Olson was on time on this fastball.
Had a quick hook in game 1 Saturday with Suarez. Not the case with his ace. Ozuna 0 for 2 against Wheeler tonight. So 3rd time through the batting order now. The Braves have gone 2 for 3 with a walk. Ozuna takes a strike, burns off that down and out corner with the slurve.
Zach Wheeler's fastball is so tough to hit, but that slurve right there is a great equalizer to that fastball.
Braves just scored last inning with 2 outs on an error by Turner on a throw coming in from right field. A mighty hack by Ozuna. 1-2 the count now. Hoffman fully ready. Alvarado back and throwing. Saw him warming up last inning. 2 power options. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here he comes. And a swing and a miss. Zach Wheeler wipes him out with that slurve. Down he goes. Strikeout number 10 for Zach Wheeler.
Look at the tight spin on that ball. Starts on the edge of the plate, and it ends all the way up on the dirt and white line. For his 10th strikeout of the night.
It's his postseason high in strikeouts. That ball's hit well. d'Arnaud, deep left. Goodbye! 2-run home run. It's a 1-run game. Rob Thompson on his way out. He'll take the ball from Zach Wheeler as Travis d'Arnaud with a lightning bolt here in the 7th inning.
d'Arnaud is one guy in this lineup that has had success against Zach Wheeler, and that one was just a hanging slurve. 111 off the bat and 414 to left center on something the Braves desperately needed to try to get back into this ball game.
Lights are out. Reliever coming in. Alvarado will enter the fray. Hanging breaking ball. Travis d'Arnaud puts the Braves right back in it here in Game 2.
At the office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Travis d'Arnaud, ambush, knocks one out of here against his old battery mate from his New York Mets days. He and Zach Wheeler together a little over 3 years, and he delivers a big shot in this 7th inning, makes it a 1-run game. That sends the wheels in motion. Jose Alvarado, a hammer in the Phillies bullpen. Kevin Pillar will pinch hit. Alvarado enters. Rosario is taken out. Pillar, who got the start in Game 1, is back in.
Well, and talking to Brian Snitker, he said, look, we're going to see Jose Alvarado all 5 games, I have a feeling. And here he is in here. Forced Rosario out, Pillar in, and Zach Wheeler pretty much had the most perfect night you could have, except one pitch. And that one pitch by Travis d'Arnaud got the Braves back in the game and got the fans for the first time in what, 15 innings, 16 innings alive.
Only 3 hits allowed by Zach Wheeler. There's a swing and a miss. Pillar with a big rip at a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Catcher's duties. You don't get to enjoy moments like that. He's right back in there with Sal Fasano going through the next part of the Philadelphia batting order, which will be the top of the Philadelphia batting order in the 8th. Phillies pitching shut out the Braves for 14 innings. An unearned run in the 6th. Came with 2 outs, and then the 2-run homer d'Arnaud. Pillar figures to get a lot of at-bats against Alvarado in this series. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch, and it is a called strike 3. Alvarado rings the bell. Pillar is upset. Second out of the inning. Alvarado, his first batter faced, is a K.
Well, it's so tough facing Jose Alvarado. 99 inside, poured in like that, and that's just one of those pitches that you can't do a whole lot with that.
Perfect pitch. Alvarado up for it. Swing and a miss. Arcia chasing that first pitch cutter.
Cutter at 94. Huh? Whew. How would you like to have one of those?
And Alvarado is throwing strikes. He's as tough as there is, and he is just chewing up Arcia here. That's another cut fastball in on the hands of Arcia. 0-2 the count. (4-3) Philadelphia. Wheeler goes 6 1/3. Alvarado trying to get the last 2 outs of this 7th inning. 0-2 the count. 1-2 now.
We said it going in the 6th. If the Braves are going to win this ball game, that offense that led all of baseball and pretty much everything was going to have to wake up. And they got 1 in the 6th and now 2 in the 7th to make it a 4-3 ball game.
The 1-2. Half swing foul. Didn't mean to do it.
I think the hard thing if you're Rob Thompson is you're wondering when to pull Wheeler. He gives up that hit to Olsen, but then he made quick work of Marcell Ozuna on 2 great slurs.
Yes.
And then he just hung that one to Darnell.
It was certainly on their mind, or else they would not have had Hoffman loosening while the Phillies were at bat. The 1-2. Arcia, he's in swing mode right now. Alvarado just pouring him in on his hands. One pitch after another. Arcia took over as the everyday shortstop this season. He's had a great year. All-star starter this year at the shortstop position. 1-2. Misses in there. 2-2 now. Arcia's got sneaky pop too. Mostly cutters in. A sinker at 99. 2-2. A swing and a miss. He got him. Alvarado blows the doors off Pilar and Arcia. The inning is over, but Travis d'Arnaud gives the Braves some life. Their first homer of this postseason. 4-3 Phillies. We go to the 8th. Kevin Pilar will stay in to play left field. He pinch hit for Rosario. And it is going to be A.J. Mentor. And with the Braves down a run, Phillies have the top of their order coming up. And it's Mentor, the setup man, on to work.
Pitch some you saw in game 1. And here with Schwarber, the lefty.
Mentor's first pitch is away for a ball. This Braves bullpen is not allowed an earned run. Kirby Yates, Joe Jimenez, Pierce Johnson. Yates gave up an unearned run, the 4th run. Phillies led 4-0 after 5 innings. Braves got an unearned run in the 6th inning and then a 2-run bomb off Zach Wheeler by Travis d'Arnaud. 1 ball, 1 strike on Schwarber, and a swing and a pop-up right up the pipe. Foul territory. d'Arnaud, he's got it right down the netting. And out number 1. Don't forget, D-backs, Dodgers coming your way. Game 2 next right here on TBS, streaming on Max. Bob Costas and Ron Darling and Lauren Shahadi. Checking here
if it hit the net.
See if it hit the net. If it hits the net, it's a dead ball.
Philadelphia is challenging the out call, and the ball hit the net.
When you have 2 challenges, you're in the 8th inning.
In New York, Mark Carlson here in Atlanta.
Taking a look at it, I think Mark hit the wrong button. But we'd love to listen in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll tell you this, though, if that ball did hit the net, credit d'Arnaud a little more for catching the ball easy.
Maybe it should be an out if it hits the net. Tonight's replay review powered by Zoom. Would be a tough one to.
I was going to say, do you even have an angle
to clarify?
To look at?
You know, I'm
believe me, wondering where the heck the camera is.
Our man Jeff Randolph is in there scrambling right now to try to find a replay. It's about as good as we can do here. It's a pretty good way away from the net. Now the ball does come back in a curve from the crowd back to the playing surface. I don't see
I
how
hope they got a better angle if there is one.
After review, the call on the field stands. The batter is out. Philadelphia, 1
So 1 challenge left. The fact that the verbiage was stands mean there was nothing there that would allow them to overturn. If you're Rob Thompson, take a shot at it. Never know. But it did not look to this reporter's eyes like it hit the net. Trey Turner now with 1 away. Mentor fires and a first pitch swing, another pop-up. Olsen settles under this one, avoids the net, and he makes a catch. 2 outs.
Well done. Well done.
2 up and 2 down, and early swings for the Phillies.
You know, that home run by d'Arnaud back in the 7th off Wheeler was the first hit this series for the Braves on a non-fastball.
Oh, good call.
1 for 18 now off the breaking stuff.
Wow, an ambush swing on a first pitch slurve. Maybe we call it a sweeper if they hit it out.
I don't know. Regardless, I think Rob Thompson will light us up when we see him on Wednesday if we call it a sweeper.
Looking ahead to Atlanta's 8th inning. 9-1 and 2 coming up. Harris, Acuna, Albies.
And I gotta believe Alvarado's going to stay in there to see Harris, you would think, with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Two 2-0 the count on Alec Bohm. It happened quick where Zach Wheeler was out of the game, but he did strike out 10 tonight, matching a Phillies postseason record. Been done 5 times now. Steve Carlton, Kurt Schilling on that list. Cliff Lee twice. Cliff Lee did it twice in the same postseason in 2009. Did it in a NLCS against the Dodgers and then again in the World Series against the Yankees. And a swing and a miss. Bohm coming out of his shoes right there. Now it's 3-2 with Harper on deck. 2 outs in the 8th. Bohm to right. Acuna on the run, and he's got it. Running catch by Acuna. 1-2-3 inning for A.J. Minter. And Acuna will be due up second. Harris, Acuna, Albies coming up. If anybody gets on, Austin Riley. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. You can learn more at playball.org. Follow Play Ball on social media. Fire's burning hot here in Atlanta right now. 4-3. Phillies have the lead. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Michael Harris leads off, takes a ball. Rob Thompson sticking with his power lefty, Jose Alvarado. This is rare that Alvarado would go multi-innings. They call them up downs. Alvarado gets a wave and a miss. Defensive swing right there, and it's 1-1.
Well, you'd wonder too if Harris would try to bunt. Well, Alec Bohm is not going to allow that. As you see, he is playing right on the grass at third base to defend that.
Lead man in the 8th. And Harris deep into left center field, running over Rojas to make the catch. Might have missed it a tick on the bat. Rojas can scoot in center field, and Harris is retired and one away. And now Rob Thompson pops out of that Phillies dugout. Alvarado with his first multi-inning outing since April. And he gives him 3 big outs across the 7th and the 8th. The big lefty is out. Top of the order coming up. Acuna and Hoffman will enter. The 2023 postseason on TBS is brought to you by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up with promo code HEAT. Truist Park, home of the Braves. Game 2, National League Division Series. Phillies 5 outs away from a 2-0 lead. Braves are within a run here with 1 away, and Jeff Hoffman is coming in, Frenchie.
He's been their high leverage guy. He came in and got the out for Ranger Suarez in the 4th inning in Game 1. Walked Ozuna and got Michael Harris on a strikeout. Facing Ronald Acuna, who's 2 for 3 in his career during the regular season, and Ozzie Albies, who's 3 for 7 with a homer.
So if Hoffman gets to this 8th, he will have certainly earned it. With Acuna, then Albies. If anybody gets on, it would be Riley. 1 out. Hoffman steps in. Came in the 4th inning for Suarez in Game 1. First pitch that hit him. Hoffman working inside. He hits Acuna. And the man with 73 stolen bases in the regular season is aboard with 1 away, carrying the tying run.
Well, trying to run that 2-seamer in to open up that slider. That's where he wants to go, and hits him right on the pad. And now it gets interesting because, as Brian Snitker told him, we don't have the amount of guys that can run like the Phillies, but of course Acuna 73 bags during the regular season.
And a catcher with the best pop time in the majors in JT Realmuto, who threw out a base stealer yesterday. Ozzie Albies. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Acuna stays put, and that one is a ball. Acuna does like to run on the first pitch. He chose not to that time. Hoffman is a guy that does not hold runners well, Frenchie.
No, 9 of 10. Steelers have gotten safe.
1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. The splitter from Hoffman. Nasty.
And versus the lefties, that's what you're going to see. He struck Michael Harris out on that pitch with the bases loaded on Saturday night.
What a game. 4-3 Phillies in the 8th. Acuna started, then stopped, and Albies fouls it away. He wanted to run. Hoffman with a little hesitation right there. Grounded Acuna. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he thought he had him timed, and he went that 1 big step. When he did that, he had to shut down, as Hoffman hadn't gone to the plate yet.
Turner will be the cover man for the Phillies at the bag if he goes. And a check on him. The first throw over. Jeff Hoffman is an incredible survival story in this game. He has been around a long time. He's 30 years of age. Pitched an independent ball. Took an opt-out from the Twins to join the Phillies. Was in the big leagues with the Phillies in May. Albies gets the bat on it. That's fair. Harper will go to the bag. Just tried to foul it off, it looked like. So that is the 2nd out. But Acuna, the tying run, now in scoring position.
I don't know how he kept that fair.
No idea. I thought he fouled it off his leg. Look at this swing right here. Just missed his foot.
Yeah, great camera work.
Just trying to fight it off foul.
You can see Acuna didn't even know if he should run for a second.
Harper, a wise move there to pick that up. That was going to roll foul. Now it's Riley. First ball swinging, pulls it foul. Riley trying to find it here. Did have a hit in Game 1. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of Ks against Wheeler in this game. All kind of pressure on the Braves right now. Down 1-0 in this series. The 0-1. Riley takes a ball. Close one.
Well, they've got Riley to chase that fastball up. Wheeler did it. Sir Anthony Dominguez on Saturday night. You see Hoffman try to go back there.
Riley with 37 homers during the regular year. He's the go-ahead run. Swing and a miss. Center cut fastball, and Riley missed it. Jeff Hoffman. 1-2 with 2 outs. He deals. Acuna goes in the dirt. Good block back there by Real Muto. That'll be a stolen base for Acuna. And the Braves have the tying run 90 feet away.
Now decision time for Hoffman. You've had success getting the fastball by him. You got a really good slider, and you got one of the best catchers in the game behind who you trust to block it.
2 outs, runner at third. 2-2. Hoffman deals. Riley takes a ball. Count is full. Matt Olson due next. Plenty of poison to pick. All dangerous in this lineup. Moment of truth. 3-2. Here he comes. Riley in the air to left field. On the run, Marsh. There it goes! Austin Riley has given the Braves the lead in the 8th. As clutch as it gets. Austin Riley puts Atlanta up 5-4.
Fastballs have beaten him all 2 games. He tried to trick him and go with that slider 3-2 as he gets the curtain call. Didn't smoke it off the bat. 100 off the bat, 376. And you can see Riley got him out front, but BA, he's so big and strong, just was able to sneak it to left field to give the Braves one hand off his bat.
The right hand off the bat. Austin Riley, a 2-run home run. Atlanta is in front in the bottom of the 8th. What a moment here as Austin Riley, a one-handed swing.
Wow, look at that. It truly did come off the bat.
2-run home run to give Atlanta the lead. Now wheels in motion. Gregory Soto enters. Quick reset here. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Soto comes on to face Olson.
Another high-powered lefty in that Phillies bullpen. 98. Good sink on that, and of course the slider.
Olson fouls it away. Decision time for Brian Snitker now. You got Bryce Harper due up to start the 9th inning. As Riley pops it foul and out of play. So Frenchie, go along with the manager. No time to celebrate. You got to think ahead.
Okay.
It's Harper, Real Muto, and Castellanos.
You got a closer in Raisel Iglesias who you love going to. Bryce Harper, including postseason, 7 for 10 with 4 home runs.
Wow.
So now do you throw the Mentor, the lefty, back out there for one batter?
Mentor 3 up, 3 down, 8th.
And I'll still go. I know it's tough to second guess sometimes, but again, Hoffman, 98, had thrown heaters by Riley. Tried to trick him with that slider, and it cost him.
1-2 the count. Olsen takes a ball. 99 with the fastball from Soto.
That's the thing sometimes, B.A. Do you trust what you see?
Yeah. And a 2-strike breaking ball that Austin Riley hands out of here. That crowded Olsen. Did it hit him?
I think it hit his bat.
That's a foul ball. You're right. Mentor looks like he's still in game mode in that dugout.
That tells me one thing right there. He's going back out. When you're sitting by yourself like that in a game like this where your team just took the lead 5-4, he knows he's got one batter.
And that's going to be Bryce Harper in the 9th. 2-2. Olsen beats one into the ground. Harper gobbles it up, takes it to the bag. The scoreboard has been flipped. 2 swings of the bat. Travis d'Arnaud in the 7th off Wheeler. 2-run blast. Got him within 1. Austin Riley with 2 outs and 2 strikes. A 2-run blast put him ahead. We go to the 9th. Braves lead by a run. The 2023 National League Division Series presented by Booking.com. A.J. Mentor does return. He'll face Bryce Harper. Braves lead by a run. Harper takes a ball.
You can truly say this is the only guy in the game that would keep Raisel Iglesias down in that bullpen from coming out in the 9th inning.
Any other scenario, the closer's
Any other
in.
scenario.
And he's likely to be in next. Real Muto to follow. Phillies down a run now. Harper swings and fouls it away, and it's 1-1. Braves bullpen kept it locked down. Just one unearned run. 4 innings thus far. Only 3 hits allowed. Used 4 different relievers. The 1-1 crowded him.
Well, if you think coming into the series, the one question mark on the Braves was that middle part of the bullpen and getting to the late part of the game. And I'm sure for the Phillies, when they knocked out Fried like that, they thought, here we go. Credit that Braves bullpen for keeping the score where it was.
2-1 to Harper. 3 balls and a strike now. This Phillies lineup can bang with the best of them. Harper homered in Game 1 Saturday. Hitters count 3-1. Minter fires. Harper takes ball 4, and the tying run is on in the 9th. The go-ahead run will score. Brian Snitker on his way out. Calling on his closer now. Raisel Iglesias will be coming on to try to save it and even this series at 1 game apiece. NLDS Zach Wheeler tied a franchise postseason record with 10 Ks. Real Muto a 2-run homer. That came in the 3rd. Travis d'Arnaud got the Braves back within 1 with a 2-run blast. And then Austin Riley, yeah, that swing produced a 2-run go-ahead homer. It came with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 8th.
That's
not over yet, though.
strong. Right there.
Raisel Iglesias coming on. He'll face JT Real Muto, then Nick Castellanos. Has not inherited a runner all season. Ryan Snitker usually brings him on to start an inning. That is not the case here tonight. Minter walks Bryce Harper, and Frenchie, the Braves closer, is on now with a man at first.
Yeah, Real Muto 2 for 10 lifetime. Castellanos 0 for 6, and Stott 2 for 6. I think interesting here, Iglesias is quick to the plate though. So does that keep Harper there? At some point, do they take a chance and run him?
Real Muto, first pitch. It's a foul ball on a little half swing. Last year, NLDS, as you see the numbers against the Phillies this season, that includes his postseason outing, 3 up, 3 down in Game 1. Gone 7 innings and 2 earned runs. He did inherit 2 runners last year in Game 4 of the DS against the Phillies and allowed both runners to score in that game. He also came in for A.J. Minter. It was in a 4-2 game in the 6th. You do things a little differently in the postseason.
What a ball game.
1-1. Real Muto out in front of it. Lazy pop-up. Coming in Harris. He's got it, and there is out number 1 of the 9th inning.
Well, everybody thinks about Iglesias with that hard fastball, 95-96 run in, and a good changeup. Obviously, one of his better pitches. But his slider that he just got Real Muto on, hitters are only hitting 56 off it this year. And you saw that pitch right there, got him out in front.
1 away for Nick Castellanos. Castellanos with 2 hits and a hard line drive out to center field. He has swung the bat well tonight. Castellanos fouls it away.
And you want to talk about trying to build drama. Iglesias works quick.
The 0-1 upstairs. Iglesias has great command. Did not hit a batter or throw a wild pitch all year. Was a starter with the Reds. He defected from Cuba 10 years ago. He's been a reliever, though, over the last 4 seasons. Drops a changeup in there to get to a 1-2 count.
Well, that's the pitch that gets Castellanos, hitting a .184 off speed this year compared to 309 on the fastball and 262 on breaking. See if he doubles up here.
Braves set up for a double play ball to win this game. Castellanos takes a ball. Back to the change. Castellanos lays off. Harper at this point has shown no indication of wanting to run. Tough read anyway. Iglesias gets rid of it quickly. Most closers don't. He deals a 2-2. Castellanos in the air to right center field. Harris is on the run. Harris at the track. He leaps and he makes the catch. Harper might be doubled up. The throw gets away. The throw to first. It's over. It's over. Harper never tagged. He couldn't get back. And it's a double up to end game 2. Wow! What a catch by Michael Harris II. And the wheels were in motion. He shocked Harper that he caught that ball. It was Austin Riley who was backing up the throw that initially got away, Frenchie, and the man who hit the homer to give the Braves the lead gets the final out with a heads-up play.
I think because of how hard Harris started to run, it looked like he was gliding at first. Harper decided to go, thinking, I'm going to score on this. Harris was able to make the catch, and then when he threw it in, I think it went past, 2 Braves guys before they could even get to it. Riley was the last guy here. As we take a look at the wall, made an unbelievable catch, and look, you see why Harper went. He thought that ball was down. Great job by Harris to see he stuck that hand out to the left hand of the wall. And then when he threw this in, he threw it by 1 or 2 different guys, because look where Harper was. So he threw it here, went past Olsen, and Riley was went past Ozzie, and Riley throws a bullet.
That was a great play by Austin Riley. First a backhand, then a little sidearm slingshot to first base. And it ends the game. What a play, what a sequence. Bryce Harper, you know what he's thinking. I can score from first if he doesn't make this catch. And it cost him. And Iglesias says, thank goodness we got a center fielder like Michael Harris.
You know what else we got? We got a series headed back up to Citizens Bank Park.
Great call. Game 3, Wednesday night from Philadelphia. Now let's send it to Bob Costas and Ron Darling in LA. Game 2, Diamondbacks Dodgers. Braves a winner at home to even this series.